Well, good morning. I'm getting stirred around here. I'm telling you, my blood sugar this morning was 111. I about fell out of this chair because I haven't been doing anything special other than laying off the candies. And that's about it. Let's see. I had me some tamales last night. Of course, they were canned tamales, but they were good. And I was going to eat something else before I went to bed, and I said, no, I'm just going to go to bed. So I had a little can of tamales for supper. That was it. I haven't been eating as much. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But the weather's pretty today. I think I'll go out there and start the bus and ambulance and the old pickup. Hadn't started in about a week. We decided to go shopping or something. Really don't need anything that I can think of. Nope, don't need nothing. People need to start buying up, though, a little bit extra every day, if they can. Took my meds. What else did I do this morning, though? I let Big Boy out. That's the only one that wanted to get up and get out. The rest of them are being a little lazy. Sounds like me. I went in, Chris had the can opener, because back in the back. And the can opener I had up front wouldn't work. I don't know what was wrong with that. But anyway, I went to the back to get the can opener, because I know where he ends up. He's got a microwave. It's a mother-in-law room, or whatever you want to call it, where you got a refrigerator and microwave and all the other crap. Anyway, I went back there to get it. And his little dog, he was barking and raising all kinds of hell because I was invading their space. I thought it was funny. He's in his little carrier. He didn't like me and woke up. Chris was still asleep. But I got the can opener and used it and then took it back. Because Chris likes to. He eats a lot of chicken noodle soup. I can't eat too much sodium for me. But that's what happens. But anyway, today is going to be a special day. So mark it on your calendars. This is Saturday the 14th. I hope everybody lived over Friday the 13th. I enjoy that day. It's one of like a special day. Big Boy came to sit with me for a minute. They didn't like it, but then he decided to leave. He just does that just because he wants to hear them bark and raise heck out of him. I'm going to need to clean out the refrigerator today. I said I cleaned a little bit out yesterday or something when I fed the dogs their chicken. Today I'm going to clean it out. I do that in the weekend because Monday we set the trash out. I don't pick it up till Tuesday, but I set it out Monday anyway. Unless you want to get up about 5 o'clock in the morning to set it out Tuesday morning. I ain't going to do that. I might be just getting to sleep by that time. Perfume. Ancient Egyptians used to put blocks of lard on their head. Scented lard. And that as they sweated and it melted, it smelled good, I guess. That's what they used to use, a little block of lard. Scented lard. Of course, they used to make soap out of lard, too. A soap, let's see how you make it. You put ash in it and hog lard, and you boil it down and make lye soap out of it. Yeah, that's it. Put a little ashes in it. That's lye. Make old lye soap. You block it and cut it and all the other good crap. I remember, hell, damn church people, they lived like it's in the 1600s. Learned how to make sugar out of beets. sugar beets. Yeah, most of your sugar comes from beets. It don't even come from cane sugar cane. Because of sugar beets. Back in the day, I don't know what people's going to do if they decide that. I guess they could read a book, figure out how to do it. Crap hits the fan. I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. Boy, but I don't want it to hit the fan, let me tell you. I'm too comfortable with my easy living. It'd been back in the day, I'd been getting up about 3 in the morning, 3:15, 15 minutes to 4. You had been out of the house before do the milking. Yeah, them good old days, my ass. Damn slave labor at that. Yeah, get in the firewood, kindling. That's year round because they use wood stoves to cook with. Make sure the little blocks of wood wasn't that long and, no big around your fist. Fitted the cook stove. Yep. I remember my mother, God bless her. She'd got up. She took we had an old ice box where you put ice in it. But of course, in the wintertime, you didn't put ice in it. She just kept stuff in there. But anyway, she'd set out some eggs on the kitchen table. And before she could build a fire to cook them, the damn thing's frozen busted, sitting on the kitchen table. Well, that's pretty damn cold. Them was the good old days. Yeah. Nowadays, people just froze to death. I remember getting up and shaking the snow off of your damn blankets because the frost and ice had blown through the lathes of the boards, And then in the summertime, the sand would blow through the damn cracks in the walls and shit. And you'd have to shake the damn sand out of your bed. Good old days. Yeah. We romanticize about them, but I don't see that that good. Yeah, well, I had to walk 1.5 miles to school, uphill both ways. Yeah. We walked about 2.5 miles, and it was uphill and downhill, uphill and downhill. Yep, it rained and mud, whatever you just carried. In the summertime, you just carried your shoes because you didn't want them all muddy and stuff when you got to the school. Little one-room schoolhouse. Had a bucket there, you poured over your feet. Rinsed off, you put your socks and shoes on then. Went in the classroom. Back when people used to ride a horse to school and had a corral. Yeah. And a water, had a feed deal where you feed them a little bit and had a watering trough. Rode your horse to school. Of course, I don't think that was in all religions, but it sure in hell was in mine. If anybody deserves to go to heaven, them people do. Them Puritans, they deserve it. they worked their way there. Little Pure Freedom bottle. I get this at the Dollar Tree. I buy a bunch of them, and I use it for room deodorant a lot. They're just alcohol. Alcohol with a scent in it. I read all when it says warning flammable, warning flammable, warning flammable. Yeah, it's alcohol. Might as well get you some vodka and flavor it up. Don't smell bad either. Like I said, the good old days. I could look back. You had to help carry the water so the girls could wash clothes. Then they hung them out on the line and they'd freeze. Yeah, your shirt would be just frozen. And you had to thaw it out sometimes at the back of the cook stove or the heating stove or by the damn fireplace. And if you bent that sucker while it was frozen, you just tore it. You just ripped it like you cut it with a pair of scissors. That's how frozen the fabric was. Yeah. Most things were made out of cotton anyway. A little bit of wool. Yeah, wool socks. Yep, I remember the good old days. Boy, but the food was good. Oh my God. When you get to the breakfast table, homemade biscuits, homemade jelly and jams, fresh eggs. You know, they fed you good. You could eat as much as you wanted to. Of course, you're going to work it off in about 30 minutes. Yeah, carrying in the wood and chopping the wood, carrying the water in, all kinds of stuff. They had a project for you every day, even on church day. Yeah, they even had a project for even on that day. They had churches in people's barns or sheds or open. When the summertime, they even had it, if it wasn't raining or something, they had it right out there in the open. I guess that's the way you're supposed to have church. Yep, not all the churches were alike, not all preachers were alike. But that religion, you know what I'm talking about, they had different spokesmen every week. And the elders could put in their 2 cents, and if there's any news, they put that in there too. And it was basically to keep the community together. And they did. They did a good job of it. There wasn't no privacy whatsoever. Everybody knew everybody's business. Everybody's business. Now, the younger kids, they didn't pay much attention, but the older people, they knew everything. They even had a genealogy book so you couldn't marry up to your 7th cousin. Yeah. They'd go to other communities and get people coming in so they'd mix the blood, you know. Wouldn't just have a stump for a genealogy that has a few branches on it. Yeah, crazy shit. My father was the keeper of the genealogy. Yep, the death records and the marriage records and the birth records and all that crap. I got a bunch of Bibles around here somewhere with a bunch of crap wrote in. That's how they kept their records. They wrote it down in the Bible. Of course, they had a ledger that they wrote down in. Good old days. It was a simpler life, harder life, but it was interesting. That's all I'm going to tell you. It was flat interesting. In fact, I was thinking that I got my new calendar the other day from the phone company. One that's right up there. It's it. Calendar. I guess they're in the car. We was driving the car when it's time, where Chris was. I don't hardly drive anymore. I'm going to have to start getting out there and start driving. Well, ain't no place to go. The corona's got us all shut down. That's one thing now. If a disease breaks out in the church, it'd wipe them all out. Yeah. Of course, they were so isolated away from civilization and just themselves. You know, you didn't get to see other people except on one day a week. You know. But, yeah, that's all pretty healthy, though. You know, there wasn't no sick ones in the bunch. They all died off. There wasn't no Down syndrome either. There wasn't no autism. Yeah, didn't have any of that. Wonder why. Got to thinking. Good old days, I guess. This week, I guess you died off young. Yeah. Only the strong survived, I guess. Made healthy stock. They lived a long time. My grandmother, according to the Bible, lived, she was 118. Dad lived, he's almost 100. Yeah, they all lived in their hundreds. Hell, they die off young. They died off young, there's something wrong with them, you know. God's will. I've heard enough of that shit all my life. God's will, God's will. Yeah, good old days. They didn't take him to the doctors. They didn't have antibiotics. They didn't do nothing. Basically, they had hellacious immune systems. Mm. Yeah. Even had my grandmother she didn't even have that many gray hairs when she died, and she still had all of her own teeth. I went to the outside world. I ain't got no teeth. I got them in a jar in yonder. I got 2 sets of them. They can look at one another. They can talk to one another. That reminds me, I need to change the water in them today. I change it about every 3 days. Brush them up, put them back in the jar. Oh, I wear them on special occasions, but hell, why? You know, it's just me. I ain't got no vanity. I don't care. I ain't impressing nobody. The good old days. That's what. Yeah, that's about the good old days. Yeah. Homemade clothes. How it's easy to buy them at the damn place down in a shopping center or whatever. But them damn clothes are made to last, I'll guarantee you that. Yeah, you wore a pair of pants till they was patched, till all that was left was a patch. Patch on top of a patch. Seen a bunch of that go on, too. Yeah. People now, they have to have designer clothes and all that shit. Really? You need that to cover your ass? It's something with a label on it? Yep. Straw hats in the summer, most of them. Yep. They had a little bit of different clothes. They had 3 colors, I guess. Gray, bluish gray, and a dark gray. Everything was gray. Yeah, they ain't no shit. Ain't got no buttons on them either. Yeah, that's a different subject. I don't know. Like I said, I survived. And my brother's still alive. God bless him. He took over my dad's position. Elder of the church. As an elder, they don't call it as a church, they just call it elder. Well, if you live long enough, everybody's a damn elder. They still think I'm going to come back. I don't think so. I'm too used to damn modern convenience like YouTube, television, electric lights. What else? You have a refrigerator that you don't have to save up ice in the damn cellar for it. Yeah. Yeah. They'd get ice back. Nowadays they get it, but they used to go out to the pond and cut ice with a big old saw. Yeah. Ice saw. Good old days. They even cut your own damn refrigerator crap. There wasn't much candy. Yeah. They didn't have, like chocolates and stuff like that. Had a little bit of, let's see, peppermint. You can still buy that liquid peppermint, make peppermint candy out of it. Boy, that shit was strong, though. You didn't have bad breath, damn peppermint to cure that. They brush your teeth with baking soda, brush your teeth with ash. Yeah, ashes. What else? Hell, I sat here trying to remember all of it. Hell, it's been a long time ago. Yeah. My grandmother used to rinse out her eyes every morning. with some kind of solution. I think it had a little alcohol in it. I did it one time. I got the little old deal you pour the stuff in and dip your eyes in. It's over there. I gotta show you that shit. I did get a few things off of them. I kept that. Looks like a little wine glass, a little crystal glass. She reached my eyes at one time. I thought, oh my God, this woman's crazy. It sure cleans your eyes out. She never wore no glasses or anything all of her life. She kept the sand and dust out of them. They kept her hair under a bonnet. Yeah, so therefore, they kept their skin covered up so they didn't have no poor scars. But they didn't have no sunburn blisters and stuff. They kept always wore a shirt. Sometimes the boys would take their shirt off when they was working, but there wasn't no women around, no girls or nothing. Good old days. That's what it is. Turned into the good old days. I'm going to let you go. And remember, a lot of the times you're looking back, you forget all the work that went involved in the good old days. You know. With romanticizing about it. Wasn't all that great. Yes, did you learn a lot of things? Did you work hard? Yeah. I can say yeah on a lot of stuff. Is it easier now? Yes. Well, it was easier back then. No, it wasn't. I don't know where in the hell you get it that's easier back then. Well, it was easier what? For you to make a living back then? Well, everybody was raised on a damn farm. Hell yeah, you raise what you eat. You know? But if you don't get up and make it 9 to 5, you ain't going to eat either. You know? So there you go. I wonder, I never just talked about, I doubt my brother even got a stimulus package. I bet he didn't get a damn dime. None of them did. Yeah. They don't fill out income tax. They don't. I bet they didn't get no $1,200. They didn't want it anyway. And they damn sure didn't need it. They don't deal in money much. They deal in bartering. You know. I got a horse. I'll trade it for a cow. And that kind of crap. 2 pigs, 3, 4 pigs for a cow. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So many bales of hay for a goat and all that other shit. They barter amongst themselves. They do the children that way too. Hell, I knew who I was supposed to have been married. Time I was 5 years old or 3 years old. They already got you lined up, you know. Potentials. You know, people you're not kin to. Yeah, you got 5 guys and 5 girls that ain't kin to another, and then this is a possibility, that's a possibility, and that's a possibility, and when they get older, it slims it on down even further. You know, the time I was 10, I know exactly who it was. Yeah, so hell with that shit. I married me a foreigner. They come from the old country. They come from Austria. They were Austrian Jews. Yep. And it's just bad on that side. They had the old ways. My wife's grandmother, she went through Dachau. She went through a concentration camp. She had numbers wrote right here on her arm, both of them. There. Yep. I knew damn well there's Jews when I seen that. They tried to hide it because they wasn't sure that America wasn't going to treat them the same as Germany did. She couldn't speak a damn lick of English, Kathy's mother. She speak that German though. And the Amish, they speak a high German, so I knew what the hell it said. I could talk to her a little bit. Sprechen die Deutsch? Yeah. Back in the day, I don't know much anymore. My kids wasn't raised in the church. Most of my relatives are still in the church. I need to get out the cemetery. I go at regular times. I don't really care about Memorial Day and all that stuff. I go and come when I want to. It's time to go out there and get it all cleaned up, Mama's grave. The other ones I ain't worried about. They're all taken care of. Get ready for winter. Yeah, the good old days, I still had her, though. Nowadays, she's gone. She passed away in 2013. And by 2014, I was on the damn internet, on YouTube channel. And I still ain't monetized. Damn, I ain't gonna get that 4,000 hours a year, I guess it is, a month. Where in the hell it's a year or a month? I'll have to look that up. Because if it's 4,000 hours a month, I'm screwed. I ain't never gonna get monetized. Better be a year. I'm gonna make my PayPal money back that they keep taking off my damn card, $5 a month. Oh, well, I better let you go. Remember, the good old days wasn't all that good. You take care and have a great one.